I'm glad to be with you, and thank you for being there. I am Simeon Ayodrolaje. In our leadership series, I'll be talking today on how to cope with autocratic leaders. Autocratic leaders are such leaders who take decisions and make policies, set goals and make plans, and also control all activities without the contributions of followers. Autocratic leaders use force or coercion to implement policies and plans. Autocratic leaders are such leaders who also punish disobedience or lack of compliance to policies and plans. But like in transactional leadership, they also give reward when there is compliance. The body language in autocratic leadership is order, and autocratic leaders hate to be challenged. Because their language is to give orders and followers are bound to follow. This is a leadership style that has its good side and its bad side. For instance, this leadership style is good at keeping followers on their toes because they don't want to offend their leaders, they don't want to be punished by their leaders, so they are up and doing. But the problem with this leadership style is, number one, it does not give followers opportunity to express themselves, and so they are unable to use their potentials, because autocratic leaders don't need contributions from followers and they don't need to consult them in taking decisions and running the activities of an organization or establishment. And so, number two of the negative side of this leadership style is that it creates fear in the hearts of the followers, because the leaders use force and use orders. Therefore, the followers become timid, afraid, and they lose sense of confidence and competence in themselves, because they must obey certain orders without making contributions to such orders. How do you manage such leaders? Number one, understand the nature of your job or relationship with an autocratic leader. Be it your husband, be it your boss, be it a spiritual leader, be it a political leader, be it a community leader. If your leader is autocratic in nature, if there is autocratic tendencies, you must understand your job description, you must understand the nature of relationship that exists between you, and you need to keep it that way. If your mentor, who is autocratic in nature, does not want you to have an intimate relationship with him or her, then keep the relationship casual. You will make your relationship with an autocratic leader healthy. So you need to understand your job description. If you are working under an autocratic boss, you need to understand the nature of relationship that exists between you and an autocratic person. Number two, you must understand the temperament of your leader. You need to know when the leader is happy or sad. You need to understand when he's active or she's active or passive. You need to understand when to talk and when not to talk. You need to understand when to make demand and not to make them. Sometimes when your intentions are good, but you approach an autocratic leader in a bad mood, or when he or she is in a bad mood, then you are punished for it, because you are talking, you didn't understand the communication principle. Therefore, you need to understand the mood of an autocratic leader in order for you to make effective communication. Number 3, you must be meticulous and show competence in what you are doing. Autocratic leaders give orders and they want compliance. Sometimes they are difficult to please. But when you are able to convince them by your competence and that you are industrious or meticulous, then you will keep the relationship intact. You will keep the relationship healthy. You will make your leader to be happy with you. But when you don't show competence, then you are creating problem for your relationship with an autocratic leader. And since it decides it all, it can punish you for not being competent in your duty post. Number 4, you must ensure that you are accountable if you are working or relating with an autocratic leader. You must be accountable. Autocratic leaders are not predictable. Sometimes they are not stable. What it tells you on Monday may be different from what it is telling you on Friday. And so, sometimes it may be telling you the same thing in 7 times or in 7 different ways. So when you are not accountable, when you don't keep record, and you cannot convince the leader that this is where we are coming from and this is where we are, you will always have problem with such a leader. So perhaps you have found tendencies of autocracy in your husband or in your parents or in your leader at work, in your lecturer, in your teacher. You can cope with them, you can manage them. Only you need to understand who they are and relate with them appropriately. I want to tell you that apart from you not be able to express yourself under this leadership style, you can still cope with leaders who are autocratic. I want to challenge you that create opportunity for yourself where you can express yourself. If you have found yourself under a leadership style or under a leader that has denied you to express your potentials and become a better person, create opportunities without rebellion and express yourself so that you can become a fulfilled person in life. I pray that the Lord will grant you wisdom to find means of expressing yourself and make use of your potentials in life. Thank you, and God bless you.